Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Tan. I just got done filming a Call of Duty video that will be coming out either later today or early tomorrow. But we're going to be doing the MPL Philippines Season 17, Week 6 predictions. We're actually getting super close to the playoffs, guys. We're only 3 weeks or 2 weeks away from the playoffs, and then obviously there's a massive break until the playoffs. Uh, Around springtime, I think it's almost like a month break until the playoffs. So a lot of things are going to change, obviously, when that comes. But for now, we're going to be doing the predictions. I'm going to be going through all the matchups. I'm not going to go super into detail on all the matchups. I'll kind of just do this rapid firely because it is predictions. Um, Obviously, the recap and the analysis videos will be longer, but when it comes to like just who I think will win, obviously it'll be kind of more just on the dome, more like fluid, rapid thinking. So Omega versus Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds actually went 0-2, and Omega did win a game, I believe. The issue with Omega is that they're very inconsistent. I don't know how to rate these teams because Twisted Minds has that like blacklist coded style where like they always play for the late game. Like Twisted Minds always drafts for late game. And sometimes they draft like win conditions, but if it backfires, they're like they draft like things that need to push pace, right? Like they draft comps that need to be aggressive in the early game, but they don't do that sometimes. And they're like, okay, let's go back to farming. And in this meta, you can't really do that. So Twisted Minds obviously has a like identity problem right now. They don't know how they want to play the game. Omega is just super inconsistent. Um, man, I don't know. Like I really don't know because even if we go back to week 5, like look at what Twisted Minds was drafting. Like they draft pure like late game, right? They have decent early game, like Khalid, Suyo, good early game. Obviously, you have the mid lane prior with the Zujin and the Khalid. But the issue is that with the draft like that in game 1, right? It's like sure you have a lot of late game, but you know the Uranus isn't the best at turtle fights, obviously, right? Like Claude needs time to scale. If the Suyo dies once, he's cooked, right? Like Suyo needs to get ahead of the enemy jungler. So I think Twisted Minds will win 2-1. I think they will have a bounce back week. I don't really trust Omega because they're very inconsistent. I think Twisted Minds will win like 2-1. TNC versus Onyx. If you told me that TNC would be the worst team in the league coming into this season, I would have looked at you crazy. I would have said that's like a horrible take. That would be a hot take, but the fact that it's true, like I thought TNC was going to be the second best team coming into this season, but it turns out that they're worse thus far. We'll have to see if they even make it to playoffs. I think if they lose both of these games this week, they're kind of cooked. Like, they're definitely not making playoffs if they lose both. Must win games. I just I think they actually beat Onyx beforehand too, like a couple weeks ago. But I don't see them beating Onyx. I think Onyx will win 2-1. It'll be somewhat close. Like TNC can definitely beat Onyx, right? Like any team can beat any team in the Philippines. It's very unlikely right now. Onyx looked really, really solid. They have a strong identity. They have a strong idea on how they want to play the game. They probably made a lot. The Lilia, the Badons, the Eves, the Chows, the Kaleas. Very, very good like identity that Onyx have. All right. Day 2, Team Liquid versus Falcons, the big matchup. Now, the question is if Falcons can actually beat Team Liquid twice, because Falcons can beat Team Liquid once, but the issue is beating them twice. Right now, I don't think there's a single team in the world that would be able to beat Team Liquid right now in like a best of 5. But a best of 3, it's different. I think Falcons last time they played against Team Liquid, they actually won the first game and they completely outdrafted um Team Liquid in that game. They completely steamrolled them, and then Team Liquid brought it back 1-2 in a row. The issue is that Team Liquid are so good at team fighting, right? Team Liquid don't really make much mistakes, so it's gonna be very hard to exploit like a weakness with them. If you beat Team Liquid, you kind of have to steamroll them in the early game because if the game is even, Team Liquid will most likely just win it out, right? They'll have better decision making, they'll have better team fighting, they'll have better micro, better macro, etc. So it's going to be hard for Falcons to beat Team Liquid, but I do think they can. Listen, I think the win count is Super Marco. I think if Super Marco is having an incredible series, if Flap is doing Flap things, if Kyle is playing well, if if Haji is able to like just stabilize Sanji, I think Falcons can win because I do think Super Marco is better than Teddy, right? Like in every other lane, you probably give it to Team Liquid, but specifically for the gold lane, which is the most important role in the late game, obviously the carries. I think Super Marco can really clutch up for this team, but I don't think they're gonna win. I think Team Liquid are gonna win 2-1. But I wouldn't be surprised if Falcons won. TNC versus Omega. I think TNC will win this. I think TNC will win this. It'll be a 1-1 weekend for TNC, which is obviously not the most ideal because you want to go 2-0 to really avoid like any like risk of not making playoffs. But yeah, Aurora versus Twisted Minds. I think Aurora will win this. I'll just say 2-1. Aurora are really, really questionable right now. They're having a massive identity crisis. I've already piled on this team a lot. Obviously, this is my team. I support this team. We're going through a lot right now. We do not look obviously anything like we did when we won the world championship. But it is the championship curse, right? Like every team goes through it. Every team goes through like a phase. And I've said it multiple times. I would rather go through this phase right now in the regular season than later in the playoffs, right? But obviously, if Aurora continues this form and plays like this in the playoffs and bombs out, then it would just be a completely embarrassing season for Aurora, right? Like it will be just like completely unacceptable. The drafts are not the best. The decision making, the tempo, the macros, like I just feel like there's something missing with Aurora. They're not as polished as they used to be. Uh, the, like back then when Aurora would lose, right? Like Aurora would lose because they would get like out clutched or like out team fighted, but like outplayed. But they would never really lose because they're just making a bunch of mistakes, right? Like, yes, you get that occasional throws, but for the most part, when Aurora would lose, it would be like, for example, like Onyx in season 15, where they would just like straight up outclutch you, right? Or like Team Liquid in season 17, in season 16, where they would straight up outdraft you, or Falcons, where they would straight up win the early game, or like PNC, where they would straight up win a team fight. Things like that for Aurora, but like now it's just like they don't even have that going for them. The macro seems a bit off, and DMAKite just isn't playing well. Obviously, granted, I don't think his solo laners are doing well. A lot of the blame goes to DMAKite, like, oh, he can't retro, oh, he can't this and that. But guys, like when you have losing side lanes, it's very hard to do your job as a jungler because you're constantly getting invaded. And when you're getting invaded, obviously that puts you behind and you cannot contest objectives. And the issue with Aurora is that when they're behind, they contest objectives. It's like they throw everything out on the line. They're like, okay, we're losing. We have to make a desperation call. We have to contest this objective. We have to do this and do that instead of just playing it smart. Giving one turtle is completely fine, especially since Aurora likes to draft like late game drafts. Giving a turtle, like you don't have to die and lose the game over a turtle. You can just play the cross map, get a tower on the other side, invade the jungle. Simple things like that is kind of weird and kind of concerning that Aurora have lost like that ability. Um, and obviously, like all the players are underperforming, right, individually. So something has to change, but I think they'll eventually bounce back. I mean, it's just a matter of time. There's no way they keep this form throughout the whole season. And the last day, day three, we have Team Liquid versus AP Bren. AP Bren looked decent. Like James Panks is really, really good. I just don't see a world where they beat Team Liquid. I can see a world where they get a game, but listen, I'll say 2-1. I do think AP Bren can win a game, but I don't think they'll win the series 2-1. I don't think Team Liquid is like some unstoppable team that can't lose, but they're definitely the most consistent team right now in the world, especially considering the fact that they play in the hardest and best league. So we have to weigh that for something. And then Falcons versus Aurora. Um, I think Falcons will win this. I think Falcons will win this 2-1. Like obviously, if both teams play at their best, Aurora will 2-0 Falcons, right? Like if Aurora plays anything like we know they can or how they should play, coming into the season, everybody had Aurora as the number one team in the world, and for good reason, right? M7 champions, like the manner that they won that tournament was incredible. The meta didn't change that much, but now it's like Falcons, Onyx, even AP Brand could be Aurora, right? Which sounds crazy. But until Aurora like consistently, until Aurora finds a week where they 2-0 and they looked very, very convincing, I just can't put them against I can't put them to win against like the top teams. I think Onyx, Team Liquid, Falcons are kind of in a league of their own. Like I think Team Liquid, there's like a gap between Team Liquid and then the rest, and then Falcons is kind of in a league of their own because I think Falcons are better than Onyx and Onyx are better than Aurora and then Aurora are better than everybody else. And then AP Brand could beat like Aurora. So right now, Aurora just need to focus on bringing back that consistency, right? Like not like complete and utter domination, but like a win con, like a solid win. Like for example, if they come out and they just win both of their matches and they beat Falcons, that'll be a statement. It's like, okay, Aurora, you know, they can still do that. Now you have to be consistent with it. But if they beat Falcons and next week they're back to square one and they just look ass, then it's like that win just doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, those are my predictions, guys. Team Liquid looks incredible. Onyx are honestly looking like not M6 Onyx, but they're getting there. I can see them getting there in the playoffs. Falcons look really, really good. Very stable team. Falcons are just like the definition of like a solid team. Like they're a solid team. I don't think Falcons does anything incredible, but they just do everything really, really good. And then Aurora, obviously struggling, TNC struggling, but yeah, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section below who do you guys have winning these matchups, and I'll catch you guys in the next video for a recap.